What's going on, everybody? Welcome to March SaaSness. And today on SaaSPN, we have Max Alschuster from Sales Hacker. Say what's up, Max.
What's going on?
Corey Bray from Closed Loop.
Socket, good morning.
And John Barrows from J Barrows Training.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
What's going on, guys? Really excited to talk about this Elite 8. First, let's just have some quick banter on like what's going on. So here's the companies that made it through, right? So we have Bamboo HR, Greenhouse, Constant Contact, Hootsuite. They're old school. They're around like when I was in like middle school.
Hey, don't target, man. Don't target. I'm the elder statesman on this thing, and Constant Contact made this. They actually defined this market before most of y'all were even fucking born. So
exactly. Don't date yourself, though.
I know.
You're 18 years old now. You were born in the year 2000.
Yeah, I know, right?
Box, Evernote. I actually watched your video on Evernote. I'm surprised you still have them on your phone, Max. I deleted them a long time ago.
Yeah.
LearnCore, which was a real surprise victory over SalesLoft. I really thought they were going to take that down. DocSend, and I think that's it. Yeah. So let's talk about the previous matchups. What do you guys think? Like, I really want to talk about Box, Evernote. Did you guys expect Evernote to be here? Let's start with Corey.
I don't know. I don't use Evernote. I use Google Docs. And
I don't even use Google Docs. So
where do you write stuff down? How do you keep track of life, Socket?
I have this thing. I use this every time.
Use the notepad. Use the native notepad on the iPhone.
So I use reminders a lot. Like this is the one time where I actually use AI to remind me to do something. Like, hey Siri, remind me to do this at this time.
Yeah,
I don't know anybody using a notepad.
Oh, and there it is. So
I don't need more software, and I certainly don't need another way to take notes. In addition to the several ways I already have to take notes. Just
yeah, I don't know. I locked it.
Just found this really cool tool called Command E, and you can hook it up to your Salesforce, your Google Drive, all of your business apps, and it's like an easy search bar from here.
Oh, that's cool.
Everything, and it's free. It's like you download the Chrome extension and hook it up to your Drive in Salesforce.
John, I know you're a Microsoft Office person instead of I'm an Office person too. Unfortunately, I do use Google Docs here, but Evernote,
Evernote, man. So I did OneNote a long time ago when those things first came out, and OneNote I loved it because I'm still a Microsoft guy. I haven't switched over to Google as much shit as Morgan gives me for all that stuff, but at the time, OneNote, I had my iPad and all that other stuff, and it didn't sync between everything. So Evernote was the only one that did that. And then when I spent like a whole week like transferring all my notes over to Evernote, and like 2 months later, OneNote started being able to do it on all platforms, but I was stuck on Evernote. And once I'm all in on something, man, the likelihood of me getting off of it not high because I got my process down, and yeah, so it's one of those things where I'm now stuck on it. I got more notes in Evernote that if I lost Evernote, I'd be screwed. So that's why I'm going on for Evernote.
Are you calling Evernote for the championship?
I don't.
Are we saying that right now? Are we saying?
No, I'm not saying that right now. I'm just saying for this one.
I was like, I don't think they're going that far.
No.
The other one that was really kind of exciting for me was LearnCore versus DocSend. So LearnCore beating SalesLoft. So I think everyone knows Kyle Porter. Are you switching shirts right now? What's going on?
I got my Michael Jordan.
Nice.
So LearnCore coming out of Chicago in the 16 seed. The kid that allegedly got cut from his high school basketball team comes in. UNC going to Chicago. Repeat.
Nice.
John, I know you use LearnCore for your J Barrows training, but I also know that you use SalesLoft internally.
Yep.
That's got to have been a rough one, right?
And Max, I abstained.
You're close with Kyle as well.
I pled the fifth on this whole.
I pled the fifth.
I'm too political for this shit. You can't make me pick sides on sales technologies.
That was me, man. Because I'm on the board of advisors for SalesLoft, and LearnCore is all. I shifted all my stuff over to their platform. So both me and Morgan were like, nope, we ain't voting on this one. So
all right, Corey, it's me and you then. These guys are pleading the fifth.
Okay.
All right, LearnCore versus SalesLoft. So. SalesLoft is aggressive, man. Like Kyle is marketing genius, and everything he comes out with, they go hard. Probably not as good as like Drift, but they go hard. Did you expect them to beat SalesLoft? LearnCore beat SalesLoft last round.
Well, it's surprising. SalesLoft has a lot more employees than LearnCore. LearnCore is relatively small. They've got 30 or 40 folks.
Yep.
Yeah, like so I did a video with Jeremy and it didn't get posted, but I was like, there's no question that SalesLoft is winning this. Like, why are we even talking about this? Let's go to the next round. And they shocked me. So good job, LearnCore, on that.
They've got more customers. They've got more employees. They've raised more money. And
so more well known.
Just
but they got, but they also got a lot more going on right now, just from a priority standpoint. So I know that SalesLoft just got a bunch of more funding. They're trying to take it to that next level. So I think they're a little distracted this year.
15 seconds. They're all commuting. They've all got the cellular.
I know.
All right. So I think, Corey, you're friends with Dave over at DocSend, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't actually so it was Everstring versus DocSend, and it was like, Matty A versus Dave over at DocSend, the big personalities. This was a really interesting one because I was like, Matty A's got some pull, but Dave is also Dave's got some pull, not as like what's the word I'm looking for? Audacious as Matt, but definitely
Big
there.
word. Big word. Good job.
I know. I'm trying to get my grammar skills up. It's failing. DocSend versus Everstring. Max. I know you're gonna plead the fifth, but like I'm gonna ask you anyway. Oh, did we just freeze? Did we all just freeze? This is awesome.
USA Today, third grade English, man. Come on.
Exactly. Oh, there he is. He's back.
All right,
hey,
there we go.
Harvard Business Review. Welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah, so we have like really terrible internet. We have like it's just bad. Max, DocSend versus Everstring. Did you expect DocSend to come through, especially given how seriously Everstring takes March SaaSness?
So is that who's playing now? DocSend?
No, so DocSend beat Everstring to get into this next round.
Everstring or Everstring?
Right?
Oh yeah, Everstring. Okay, now I'm getting Evernote, Everstring. There's too many Evers on this. Every company's got the same kind of part names.
Ever Closed Loop, Ever J Barrow's training.
Yeah, exactly. You should just change it.
No, if you change it, you're gonna lose because Everstring. Keep it what it is.
There you go. Ever Barrows. I like that. It's got a good ring to it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, so I can't really talk much about the side of the bracket. Great guys at DocSend, great guys at Everstring, and it's tough for me. It's political place to be. You're putting me in. Let's go to the marketing side, or the
All right, fine. Let's go to the marketing
storage
side.
Let's
talk about. Can you talk about Hootsuite? Are you allowed to talk about Hootsuite?
Yeah, but that's like Hootsuite versus Constant Contact. Is that what we're talking about here? Jesus.
I know it's tangential for you, but
what a snoozer.
First again, Corey?
Oh yeah. Now I got it. Man, you didn't see me in Jeremy's video, man. Every time I talk about a company, I put on a different jersey. I got like 30 jerseys. I got to do something.
Where's Paul Kai? Is that in Vancouver for Hootsuite or?
So this is my Constant Contact shirt, John. You know why? Because Al
Bundy scored one game, baby.
One game back in the day.
All right, John. So I watched the video that you and Morgan did about Hootsuite Buffer.
Yeah.
This was a really interesting one because I actually said like Hootsuite probably won't make it just because I know Buffer has a history of losing in these matchups. Because oddly enough, they don't use their own platform enough to kind of win.
Yeah, that's the problem. Right?
Constant Contact is probably I don't want to call them a Cinderella story because they're a big company.
Right?
What's up?
They do like online menus and stuff.
No, Constant Contact's the original email marketing group.
Yeah,
man.
they're like the OG Discover org.
Yeah.
Which one bought single platform?
I don't know, man.
That's Constant Contact.
No, but Constant Contact's like when I was doing outsourced IT services, like literally in like 2000, 2002, something like that. That's when Constant Contact came out, and everybody's like, "Oh, cool! Look at this. We can mass blast fucking everybody, and we don't have to worry about it." Like that was their thing, and then 10 years later, the marketing automation trend hit the world. So they were a timing thing. So they got kind of
Contact bought.
Yeah, but they still have like a whole bunch of customers that are like super loyal to them.
Yeah.
Sticky
As
bit.
it should be in the SMB space. But to your point, like Hootsuite, right? I mean, you got to kind of in this one, you do have to get high on your own supply in this game. So like if you ain't using your own stuff, then and I would expect Hootsuite to win because just from the social standpoint. But I'm gonna stick with old school, and I think Constant Contact's out of Boston too. So I'm gonna give them the heads up on this one.
Corey?
4 touchdowns in one game.
How can you argue?
We're not even playing the right sport right now.
We're going Hootsuite. And by the way, anybody who doesn't use their own product should be in business. I'll put my foot down on that one.
Totally agree. Always so disappointed when I see that happen. All right, let's start from Bamboo HR and Greenhouse. Max, can we talk about this?
Yeah, we could talk about this.
Sure.
So I actually know people at Greenhouse, and I met the brother of the CEO of Bamboo HR. He was my Uber driver in Salt Lake City one time. So I gotta go with Greenhouse.
That's interesting. Are they
a nice guy?
Are they not doing well?
I don't know. I mean, I was like, why don't you go work for your brother? He's like, nah. I was like, oh, he's doing pretty well as an Uber driver in Salt Lake City. He was telling me.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes it's kind of tough to work with family. Corey, you have a brother, right?
Yeah.
Would you work with your brother?
What's that?
Would you work with your brother?
No, absolutely not.
That makes sense. John?
No, my sister, she's 9 years older than me, and we couldn't be more different when it comes to this shit. She would absolutely not work with me. But I would go with Greenhouse on that one too, just because I train Greenhouse, so I think some of the kids I still trained are still over there, so they better be good on their shit when it comes to social and that type of stuff, so I'll be disappointed if they don't win.
Well, Greenhouse is an applicant tracking system, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're switching more HRIS now.
Yeah.
Oh, so Bamboo HR was HRIS, and now they have an ATS, and then Greenhouse ATS, and then they have HRIS, and so they're doing the whole.
Yeah, like I shouldn't really like talk smack about Greenhouse since they're a partner of ours, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna go with Bamboo HR just because it's more enterprise grade. They have more users on it. Greenhouse, it's 1% of the market. This is not gonna.
I was researching this earlier today because I thought Greenhouse was just an ATS, and they said, well, are they?
Oh man, again, this is terrible.
It's just let's keep building.
So there,
more
I'd
stuff.
say hands down, it was him. But after that, just since he left, I'm still going to give him the nod, just only because I think there's a few players over there that I've still worked with.
Yeah, I think you work with your VP of sales, Rick.
No. Mark was the guy I did the most of the stuff with. So
yeah, there's this guy over there, Matt Gay. He's like, I think he's the director of sales. He's been pretty chill with us over here. Are they using Sales Hacker?
I mean, I'm sure they're reading it. Yeah, I mean, I've gone in there and worked with the team, a couple times when Mark was over there. Now he's at CB Insights, and I'm sure they were in this bracket somewhere.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Let's go down to the next one. All right, so back to Hootsuite and Constant Contact. So this is the one where it's old school versus new school. Coco Sexton just left Hootsuite, so I actually thought they were going to lose because of that, but they made it through. Constant Contact, on the flip side, old school company since 1998, been around forever. They're actually killing the voting right now. So this is going to be the tough one. Corey, what do you think?
Hootsuite. Al Bundy's he's washed up. He's done.
All right, Constant Contact, washed up via Corey, Hootsuite all the way. Max?
I think I got to go Hootsuite because Scott Barker, our sales guy at Sales Hackers from Vancouver, and so we got to be cool with Hootsuite. We got to be cool with Van.
I mean, I'm from New Jersey, but I don't rep the Devils. Like,
why not? Why you're not a Devils fan and you're from New Jersey? You have like one team. You have one team.
We used to have two. We used to have the Nets, and then the Giants and the Jets play in New Jersey.
I know, but you have one team label. I'm an Islanders fan. We have one team in Long Island. I'm an Islanders fan. We have the Mets, but like you just can't really be a Mets fan. Like I don't know anybody who's a real fan.
That's a tough one.
You got the Yankees right there. Like
I'm
not
a Yankee
that much further.
It's,
but I don't know. Devils were awesome. Brodeur back in the day. Scott Stevens.
But what have you done for me recently?
They're gonna make the playoffs this year. They got Taylor Hall. They're killing it.
Yeah.
think they got
John, what do
Schneider.
you
Yeah,
think?
they're good.
Constant Contact. I know you're kind of the elder statements between the four of us here.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, I'm going Constant Contact for a couple of reasons. I love it when old school comes back and fights strong. Second of all, like I said, I think they're coming out of Boston. And third of all, like, I don't know. Like I said, I think they're the underdog who we should win, right? Because they supposedly have the social game down. But if you got the voting coming in with Constant Contact already coming on strong, man, I'll take them all day though.
All right. So Constant Contact also beat another Boston company, HubSpot.
Yep.
How does that make you feel?
So I'm a little bit conflicted with HubSpot. I've always been conflicted with HubSpot because Salesforce is my number one client, but HubSpot is the Boston-based, kicking ass type of thing. So I actually use HubSpot for all my marketing, Salesforce for all my sales. So it did kind of hurt when it didn't hurt. I was surprised. Let's put it that way. And I was bummed out that two Boston teams are going up against each other because we usually represent strong if we go after other people, but I hate it when we play each other.
I think everyone who's ever faced the Boston team knows that. I still remember the 2004 ALCS. Yankees.
Yes, I do.
Boston. How do you lose 3-0? That's like impossible.
Yeah,
I'm going to go Constant Contact too, just because I think, I'm not going to call them a Cinderella story because they're a fairly big company. I'm going to call them the ugly duckling story. So let's see if they turn into a swan at the end of this conference. All right, so boxing Evernote. This is probably the one that's.
I'm not going to insult them, but I'm going to come back with a hard insult.
No, it's like a backhanded compliment, right? The ugly duckling story. In our childhood, we always hear about it. You can be the ugly duckling and still win. Turn into a swan later on.
Yeah.
Let's get to boxing Evernote. So this is Max. Can you talk about this one?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I have to always check with you, make sure you can do it.
John, ones, those are the tough ones for me. Box and Evernote. How can you vote against Aaron? He's the man. Full of knowledge. We had him at SaaSness the first year. Seems like a great founder, CEO who will be there.
You know what I really love that he just did? So he's talking smack about Dropbox and their IPO, and he's like, Dropbox has been trying to go enterprise forever, but we've been hearing about this for the last 8 to 10 years, and they're still not here. Yeah. If you can't focus 100% on enterprise, you're gonna stay SMB. And I was like, damn,
it's fine. One could be the Marketo and one could be the HubSpot.
By the way, his Twitter handle, if you followed Aaron's Twitter handle, that's just bananas. He's a riot.
Yeah. I think you can follow it.
Super smart. Yeah. Super smart.
I met him once at this happy hour, and he's telling me about what they're gonna do about identity with Facebook. So there's gonna be eventually this I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this, but there's gonna be this Facebook box integration. Oh my God, imagine how much data Facebook can steal from you with a box integrated.
They steal your personal life and your real life.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Right, so, Max, are you saying box? Box.
Yeah. I didn't know if Evernote really still existed. I know Phil Libin, the CEO, there's not CEO anymore.
Yeah, it's Chris O'Neill now.
Yeah, he started a crypto thing. I don't really know what's going on over there.
Yeah, I don't trust anyone in the crypto thing. It's just it's super sketch. John, Box versus Evernote.
I'm going Box because, I agree, Aaron, and also my boy Doug Landis, I need their stock to go. Well, he needs their stock to go up because he just bought a house and he's transitioned all this shit. I was actually at the sales hacker thing with him, and he's just sweating it because their stock price went from 24 to 15 when their earnings came out. And he was basing all the down payment of his house off of the stock price, and he was sitting there just legit freaking the fuck out during that sales hacker thing. He was just like, I can't focus right now. Every time it goes down a half a point, I lose X amount of dollars. I was like, oh shit. So I'm gonna go with Box just because my boy Doug. I want their stock price to go up so he can make some more money.
Doug, we want you to buy this house. Make this happen.
Yeah. What a pal. A good friend.
Corey.
Well, if I only had 12 different ways to take notes, I would pick Evernote, but I have about 15, and so I will go with Box.
It's gonna be unanimous. I'm going to Box. Just by employee count, right? It's 6 times more employees, 3,000 versus 500. It's even if one person votes per box, it'll win. Plus more customers. Evernote users, it's freemium. Premium users just are not engaged, right? It's just what it is. Yeah, actually, John.
It's crazy how many of these I use Google services for.
Yeah, I'm not a Google fan, man. Like, I just don't like Google.
I'm not a Google fan either. It kills me.
All right. So last matchup, LearnDocs, DocSend. John, are you gonna take the fifth on this? Are you gonna pull a max?
No, not the fifth on this. Now I'm going all in on LearnCore, right?
Okay.
I don't even know DocSend. I don't give a shit who they are either. Like LearnCore all day, every day. I need them to do well. Ryan's my boy. Chicago all in. So fuck yeah, hell yeah.
All right, DocSend. You guys step your social profile game up because John Barris does not know who the fuck you guys are.
Nope. Sorry.
Corey, DocSend, LearnCore.
I mean, I'm friends with both of them, but I think LearnCore is a 16, and it's both my jerseys I brought today. I could only bring 2 jerseys because I go to an event later, but both of them happen to be Chicago-based, so we'll go with LearnCore, 16 seed plus the double threat Chicago jersey. Flawless logic, by the way.
Flawless.
Yeah, it's really good logic. It makes sense somewhere.
This is perfect analytics.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta plead the fifth on this. I can't pick companies in my that are like my.
Why do I keep freaking out? This sucks. Wait for it. No. Oh my god.
I'm still gonna catch shit for it.
Okay, so we'll call this the millennial matchup where they both win and get a participation trophy. How about that?
That's cute.
I'm game for that.
Okay.
Sure.
Participation trophies for everyone.
Whatever you want to call it.
You get a card. You get a card. You get a card.
I'm gonna go LearnCore as well, just because they beat SalesLoft, man. That's hard to do. Yeah, like I love Dave or DocSend, but like John Barrow said, they're just not as known as the larger companies. So let's talk about we're in the Elite Eight right now. We want to talk about the next round of matchups, but really want to talk about the finals. Who are you putting all your money on right now, Matt?
Yeah, I got to leave you guys after this, but let's see. I mean, if Hootsuite can't win a Twitter competition, then I don't really know what they can win.
The world is ending.
This is pretty much what they do. So I don't know. Let's go with them. Why not? Yeah. All right, guys.
Later,
Joe.
Later, Max.
Yeah, Max.
Corey?
Well, the big question is, are Hootsuite's followers real? Because I don't know about you.
Definitely not. Definitely not. They're totally fake. They're totally bought. It's like Cook Farm in Bangladesh. Let's be real. Those followers are not real.
I have more Twitter friends in Bangladesh than people that I knew existed in Bangladesh because they follow you, and then I don't know how it works, but it's something's funny's going on.
Yep.
I love this, John.
I don't understand. How does a public company have this thing where I type something and then all of a sudden these fake people from third world countries follow me?
So there's this saying.
Like, how's that business? I don't understand it.
Until you make it, and you just kind of get a whole bunch of fake followers to make your VCs pretend like you're famous. But then you actually look at your engagement; it's like really shitty. But it actually works because most people don't dive into it too much, right? It's only surface level. Going back into Jay Barrow's prospecting, dig deeper. All right. You think
He's going right.
Corey?
Yeah. Well, I'll assume that even though they probably have a bunch of fake followers, they probably still have more followers than anybody else. So let's go Hootsuite.
Let's go Hootsuite. And John?
I'm going old school, man. I'm going Constant Contact. I talked shit about them last time, but they proved me wrong, and they're fucking Boston strong, and they're old school, so fuck it. All in on Constant Contact, man. Make me proud.
All in on Constant Contact. You heard it first. LearnCore, you don't matter.
They matter, but I'm going old school on this one.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. We're going to post this up later today. I'll edit it up, and this has been great. We'll try to set something up for the Final Four and the Final Two. All right, guys. Enjoy.
Cool. Later.
Notice how I got myself out of not picking someone.
Yeah, check it.